Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you're from. Welcome to the first episode of the Lazy Craig Show, hosted by me, Lazy Craig. Now, you're probably asking yourself, who the hell is Lazy Craig? Well, that's me. My name's Craig, and I'm very, very lazy, as you can tell. Now, known as Schmiznerf in some parts, but let's face it, Lazy Craig is a lot easier for everyone to pronounce. And what I do is I like to talk about all the things that I love. And so we'll start off with football, everybody's favourite thing, especially if you're English because it's coming home apparently, although probably not, let's get real. First thing I'll talk about, obviously, the World Cup. Now, I did a podcast a few days ago, last week, where I'm talking about the World Cup, and I said that Belgium would win, Croatia would win, and that England would win. Obviously, that was after the France game, so I was unable to predict that one. Although I was able to be thankful for Suarez being sent home. Sorry, Neymar was sent home too, and that's also brilliant because he is a little pansy rolling around all the time like a little baby. Why? You're never going to get a free kick. Everyone just hates you, okay? Okay. So obviously England won against. Who did they win against? I forgot. Oh yeah, Sweden. Which I suppose you beat a better team than usual. It's better than Panama and Tunisia, that's for sure. But still not a big team that I would be talking about you beating and then going on to win the World Cup. To be honest, you'll probably lose against Croatia in the semis because they're actually a half decent side, and you suck, England. Okay. Now with the whole England thing, a little thing came out about Brian Robson, the former Manchester United player, who was talking about what a great manager Jurgen Klopp is, and how he's all sending nice texts to Jordan Henderson during the World Cup saying, "Well done, good job, let me tickle your balls once in a while." And passion, boom. And Brian Robson was saying, Ferguson never did that. Did he not? Was he not nurturing and caring? Was he not pandering to your little delicate little ego, Brian Robson? Are you a little snowflake? Because that's what it certainly seems like you are. A little snowflake. Seriously. Come on, you needed encouragement during the World Cup. Ferguson don't care about World Cup. England especially. Come on, son. Grow up. You're an elderly man now. It's time to grow up and stop licking Jurgen Klopp's bollocks, okay? Okay. Obviously that's probably enough about football now because let's face it, not much has gone on. Except for Philip De Bruyne, however you say his name, did a periscope yesterday. It was 9 minutes of garbage and basically stuff that everybody already knows, except he added in a little bit, Mourinho and Woodward aren't getting along, and Mourinho will be out by Christmas or December. But maybe not, who cares? What we'll do now, go on to TV shows because I love watching TV. I love watching films and I love playing video games. So I'll talk about all three of those in a second. But first, TV shows. Now, in the podcast I did, which I probably will put a link to below, maybe not, who knows? I'm crazy like that. I finished watching. I told you I was watching Good Girls, and I'd watched 6 episodes in like 2 days. Well, I finished Good Girls, and I loved it. The ending was great, although it does set it up for season 2. So it's a good job they've been renewed. So I will definitely be tuning in next year when season 2 comes around because it's a very good show. I was quite surprised by how good it was, to be honest. I passed it up the first time around when I saw it because I didn't see the point, but then when Netflix recommended it, I was like, I've got nothing else to do, so why not? Okay, so I definitely recommend that you all watch it. Okay, now when it comes to TV shows as well, there is actually a Child's Play TV series coming. And if you don't know Child's Play, you probably do know Chucky, the homicidal maniacal doll, the little ginger one. They're making a TV show about him. Brad Dourif, who some of you might know from Star Trek, will actually still be doing the voice for Chucky in the TV series. I was about to say movie then, because other news came out this week, or well, last week, that they are doing a remake or a reboot of the Child's Play series, which Brad Dourif will not be starring in, so they'll be getting someone else to do the voice for Chucky, and it probably won't sound the same unless someone else is able to do it perfectly, because Brad Dourif is excellent. I'm not sure why they're doing it, because the Chucky movies are still a thing. They're still being made. There was one released earlier this year or last year. So it's not like they've stopped making them all of a sudden. You know, it's not like Ghostbusters where they rebooted it, and we hadn't had one for 20 years at least. You know, we still get Child's Play movies. So I'm not sure if they're going to carry on making Child's Play movies, and then allow the reboot one to happen at the same time, or they're just going to end and then let the reboot remake happen because they're doing a TV show instead. Okay. A few movies I watched recently. Super Troopers 2, which is the sequel to the first one, which was from 2001, so 17 years ago. If you haven't watched the first Super Troopers, you should definitely watch the first Super Troopers, because it is an absolutely hilarious movie. The second movie is still really, really funny, still some really good parts, but not as funny as the first. This time they set it in Canada, although America, because of what's happening in the actual movie. But, you know, it's still worth watching as a comedy, but obviously it doesn't quite live up to the original, and to be fair, most movies never live up to the original. And obviously the second movie I'm going to talk about is another movie in Canada, although this one is French-Canadian. It's on Netflix, called Ravenous. It is a zombie movie. And I did the air quotes because the zombies in this movie are very, very different to anything that I recall seeing. They're not, I mean, they're the crazy zombies, but they're also like to stand still a lot and stare at things. You'll see the things if you watch the movie, and if you've seen the movie, you know what things I'm talking about. It stars Marc and Andre Godin, and I don't know why, but I feel like I know him from somewhere. Or he looked, and I've looked at it through his filmography, and I do not recognize him at all. So he must look like someone else. And if you've seen the movie, then you're probably thinking, yeah, Walter White maybe, because he's, you know, shaven head, glasses, beard, although it's not a goatee, it's a full beard. Not as thick as mine, but, you know, it's still a full beard. But it's not. It's someone else. He looks just like someone else, and I cannot think who at all. I did the usual Google Marc and Andre Godin looks like, in the hope that someone else wrote it online, but no, doesn't seem as though anyone wrote it in the first few subjects, because who goes to page 2 on Google? Let's get real. If you go to page 2, you are desperate. Okay, so done with movies. Watch Ravenous, watch Super Troopers 2, and look out for the Child's Play remake and reboot. Oh, one more movie. I saw a trailer for Itsy Bitsy yesterday, and in the podcast I mentioned I don't like watching trailers because they show too much, and yeah, this trailer probably showed a bit too much as usual, and I only watched it because it popped up on my Facebook timeline, and I was like, what's this about? And obviously Itsy Bitsy is about spiders. Big spiders, not quite eight-legged freaks spiders, if that's the one. I think that's the one with the giant spiders. But bigger than the Arachnophobia spiders, which is another great movie about spiders. So if you don't like spiders, probably shouldn't watch Arachnophobia. Okay, but yeah, it looks like a creepy movie, to be honest. I might watch it, I might not. It might actually be quite crap. Me and my wife won't watch it because she's terrified of a lot of things, so I'll be watching it on my own, which is okay with me. Okay, so I think that's movies done. Now onto video games quickly. If you are an older gamer like myself, you will know of a little game called Spyro the Dragon. They are doing a remastered trilogy, maybe. I think it's trilogy. But they're calling it Spyro Reignited. And it will be the original 3 games. I think it's the 3 games anyway. But they're basically doing remastered Spyro the Dragon. And it looks very beautiful, actually. They seem to have done a very good job with it. Updated it very well. They've changed a lot of things as well. Like they've changed some of the other dragons as well to make them all look different and be different. I never played the original game though, because when it was out, I was a bit younger. No, I was a little bit old. No, I was old enough to think it was a kids' game. But now I'm old enough to want to play the kids' games again because I missed it the first time, so I'll definitely be having a go. And yesterday I decided to play the Life is Strange 2 prologue called The Adventures of Captain Awesome. No, Captain Spirit. Yes, Captain Spirit. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. That's it. So I got the name wrong there. It's about a young boy named Chris, maybe 10, 11, who wants to be a superhero and makes his own superhero called Captain Spirit. And it's a prologue, but it's more of a demo as well, to be honest. It's maybe 1 to 2 hours long, depending on how long it takes you to do it. It can easily take just an hour. It's very, very short, but still very, very good. I was looking at reviews on, I was looking at Wikipedia, and they were reviews on, they show the reviews on the bottom. Not all the reviews, they just show little bits. And a lot of people were moaning it was too short. Or a lot of the reviewers seem to be moaning it was too short. But it was a demo. It wasn't a full game. It was a demo, much like the Final Fantasy 15 one they released, where you played Noctis and you were small in this world, and you were following the carbuncle. It was a standalone thing, not an actual true demo of the game, but it was still a demo nonetheless. So it's not going to be a 10-hour thing, especially when they released it for free. And obviously the first episode of Life is Strange 2 will be out in September. And they did say that Chris from the demo will be in it somehow. They haven't released any information as to what's actually going on in this game. But I do hope the whole game will be about Chris, because I found him to be quite an interesting little character. And I'd like to see more of his story. They gave me enough of the story that I want to see more, and I want to see his story change in much the same way as the original Life is Strange, which I only played a few months ago actually because it was super cheap on Xbox Live. Although I played the new demo on PlayStation 4. I haven't played Before the Storm though. I'm not sure if I will. Maybe one day. Who knows? I play a lot of things. I'm still playing Far Cry 5, which I've probably still got a lot left in it. And Faith in Far Cry 5, mwah, brilliant. Has me mesmerised every time she talks. And if I lived in Hope County, I would probably be taken in by the cult very easily. Especially if Faith was the one recruiting me. So I think that's all for video game news. I was going to talk about Destiny 2 being cheap, but the deal ran out last night, I believe. I was going to pick it up, but I forgot that it was running out. I'll have a look today if it's still there. Maybe I'll buy it, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll even play it. But in the podcast, I did mention that I would like to do a bit of funny news. A bit of news I saw yesterday was that Mick Jagger has a 1-year-old, and that Ronnie Wood has two 2-year-olds who are twins. And they're both in their 70s, and they've got kids that young. I thought they were shooting sawdust by now, to be honest. And I don't know why I said sawdust and not regular dust. Regular dust makes more sense. But for some reason I was thinking of sawdust. Probably because I saw a YouTube video where someone was fixing something with sawdust. So who knows. And let's quickly go back round to the football. Lots of England fans are getting tattoos about England winning the World Cup. One England fan got a tattoo of the team on his leg or arm or back, I don't know. Someone else got Harry Maguire. Someone got Harry Kane with World Cup winner. England fans really need to stop getting ahead of themselves. Yeah, It's Coming Home is a very, very catchy song, and it's the only thing I'm thinking about lately because it's a good song. I listened to it when it was first released. It's a brilliant song, but it's not coming home. And all of you who have got tattoos saying that it's coming home, oh no, it's coming home is fine because it's a good song. But saying that all tattoos with the World Cup winners for England, you're just going to look like idiots when England don't win it. Because England are either going to lose to Croatia or they're going to lose to Belgium or France. Probably Belgium, because I think Belgium will beat France. So you're all going to look like idiots in the end, to be honest. And well, I think that is everything for this first show. I'm not sure how long it was. I'll have to have a look. Hopefully you enjoyed it if you're watching it. I will do more. Obviously at the minute it's all one big hodgepodge mashup with football, TV show, movies and video games, and a little bit of news. But maybe in the future, depending on how it goes, I'll separate everything into different shows or into different videos. But for, especially come September when all the TV shows come back, there'll probably be too much to talk about when it comes to TV shows then. So maybe then it'll be separated. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like and subscribe. I am on Instagram, LazyCraig, and Twitter @Schmiznerv. I'll post links in the description, obviously. So if you feel like following me on Twitter or Instagram, then feel free to do so. And so I hope you liked the video, and goodbye.